CAT 2024 LRDI slot 2 puzzle number 5. This is the last puzzle of this slot, and again quite doable, but let's start doing it. It says the above is a schematic diagram of walkways indicated by all straight lines. So all these straight lines which we can see, they all are the pathways, they all are the walkways from where one can travel. And lakes, three of them, each in the shape of rectangle, shaded in the diagram. So these three parts are the lakes of a gated area. Different points on the walkway are indicated by letters A through P, which we can clearly see A, B, C, D, and so on. But distance being OP is equal to 150, so this distance OP is 150. ON is 300. MN is again 300. ML is 400. EL is 200. And DE, that is 400. This information which we have given, noted it down as important in CAT to summarize every information so we can talk to the point. The only entry and exit point is C. That means this is the entry point and this is the exit point. From no other point one can enter, one can exit. There are many residences within the gated area. All of them are located on the path AH and ML. So this path has some houses, and ML, this path also has some houses. With four of them being at AHML, so one house is here, one house is here, one house we have here, and one house gonna be here. These bigger dots are showing some houses. Then they say the post office is at P and the bank is at B. So this P is the post office and this B is the bank. Straight away to the question number 1. One resident whose house is located at L needs to visit the post office as well as the bank, that is point P and point B. What is the minimum distance he has to walk starting from his residence and returning to his residence after visiting both the post office and the bank? So let's start from O. Let's change the color of the pen. So from L, if I start moving, we go towards K. Now that is 300. Now we have been given this hypotenuse also. If I say this is a right angle triangle, this is the hypotenuse, and this is 300. By the property of rectangle, this is going to be 400. So the hypotenuse is going to be 500. That is 300 base square plus perpendicular square, square root of that. In total it is 90,000 plus 1,60,000. That is 2,50,000, which is 500. The same way we can find out for this hypotenuse also. This is 150, the base. The perpendicular is 200. So the same way this will be 250. That is 225 plus 400, 625, which is a square of 25 and 10, 10 that we have common. So that is 250 here. So we know the minimum distance we can cover through the hypotenuse, diagonals, and the maximum distance we can cover through the sides. So from L, when we started till K, we have reached 300. Then we'll travel through the diagonal, through the hypotenuse, 300 plus 500, 800. Then we'll move to the P, that is 950. We'll move upwards, that is 1350. Then again move diagonally, that is 1600. Then I'll move upward, visit the bank, 2000. Then I'll come back, 2400, 2600, 2900, and 3200, 3200. That is what the answer I'm going to get. So that is the answer we have here. I believe quite easy to understand. Let's go for the next question now. The second question says one person enters the gated area and decides to walk as much as possible before leaving the area without walking along any path more than once. So on one path, if somebody is going at LM, they will not go again on LM. Any path you talk about, somebody is going on GF, then again they will not take the path GF or FG. It is not possible. And always walking next to one of the lakes. So the person has to move towards the lakes, around the lake only. Not that he may cross a point multiple times. A point can be crossed multiple times, but not the path. How much distance will he walk within the gated area? So he has to enter through entry point C, and he has to go only through the around the lake. So first of all, we'll come on this path. Now this is equal to 400. Then along the lake, we'll move to this place, this path, that is 300. Then here, 200. From J to K, again 300. Then he can move downwards, K to N. This is 400. Then N to M, this is 300. Then M to L, this is again 400. Then L to K. Now the K point has been repeated, but not the path. Moving upward. Again 200. Again the point F is repeated, but not the path, and that we are within our conditions. This is 300 to D, that is 400, and then comes back to C. So complete round has been taken, and we have covered all the lakes along the ways, along the paths. This is again 300. Let's add everything. Starting 400 plus 3, 700, 900, 12, 16, 19, 23, 26, 28, 31, 35, and 3, 3800. That should be the answer, and that is here. So see, it's a quite easy puzzle. It's not tough. It is just one has to go through some basic common sense, and one can easily do this puzzle quite easily, I believe. The next question. So it says one resident takes a walk within the gated area starting from A and returning back to A without going through any point other than A more than once. So only A point from where he's starting and when he's coming back. There's no other point now he's gonna visit again. The last question, we can visit a point multiple times. In this part, we cannot. What is the maximum distance she can walk in this way? So let's start it. Somebody is starting from A to B, that is 150. B to G, that is 400. Now, one thing is sure that I do not want to close it right away. Reason being, I need to travel maximum. For maximum, I need to make sure I'll not go through the hypotenuse. And also, I'll need to make sure that I'll cover maximum points. So from G, I'll move towards F, that is 300. Then I'll move towards C, that is again 400. I will not go back to B because B will be multiple times. So I'll go further D, that is again 300. One thing I'm making sure I need to come back by this route, and I'm going to cover maximum point. After D it is E, that is 400. I can't go here now, right? I can't go this side. I need to come down, that is E to L, that is again 200. Again down, that is 400. To M, 300. To K, that is 400. Now again I cannot go above. To F, I'll go towards J, that is again 300. Come back down, this is 400. Now at this P to O to P, I'm sorry, that is 150. To I, that is 400. I to H 200. I have covered all the points. If you will see, the last we'll reach here, that is 400. Now let's add everything. 150, 550, 850, 1250, 1550, 1950, 2150, 2550, 2850, 3250, 32, 3550, 39, 4100, 45, 47, and 400, 5100. So 5100 meter, that is the maximum distance we can go through, and that is the answer here. The next one we have, the last question of the puzzle. As this year in the CAT, there were 5 puzzles, total 22 questions out of 20. So the last puzzle, last question of slot 2 in LRDI. Now, visitors coming from morning walks are allowed to enter as long as they do not pass by any of the residences and do not cross any point except C more than once. What is the maximum distance that such a visitor can walk within the gated area? So they cannot travel LM, one cannot travel AH because they are the place where we have residents. It was mentioned in the question here. Point number 2. Now C we cannot move more than once, and I have to start from C and I have to come back also at C. Let's start making it. From C, if I start, let's go towards this side. This is 300. Then I'll go here. This is 400. I'll come down to L. That is again 200. Now I'll not go to L to M because that is a residential area. I'll go this place. That is again 300. Let's come back. That is 400. I need to go maximum again. I'm avoiding hypotenuse. Now this is again 300. This will be till P 150. Then this I'll go with 400. Come to G, that is 150. That is 200. And then I can go to this place also, that is 300. And then I can come back, that is 400. So I've avoided both the routes. Let's add how much total comes out to be. 300 plus 4, 700. 7 2 9, 9 3 12, 12 4 16, 16 3 19, 2050, 2450, 26, 28, 31, and 4 3500. So total distance covered, that is 3500. Now that is the answer again. So this was all in LRDI. I believe it was quite easy again, a doable question. Hope you guys understood it, and thank you for watching. Do subscribe us so we can keep coming up with more videos like this, and do like, comment, and share with your friends so they can be also benefited. Thank you so much for watching.